Origin Jazz Home CG reaction. This is F-22 Raptor versus F-4 Phantom. You should go home now. Okay. Okay, if I remember correctly, F-4 Phantom is like a predecessor of F-15, right? It was the plane that they were using against something like MiG-25, and they realized like how MiG-25 is faster, so they had to come up with M15, M16, what F-15 basically. And F-22 Raptor. If I remember rightly, this is like something made for dogfighting, like I'm guessing the successor of F-16. I don't know. But I don't know how good F-22 Raptor is. Like, isn't like F-16 still being used? And if F-22 Raptor is the new thing, like why is F-16 slow? Or it's like a different jobs? I don't know. But it's going to be interesting. F-22 Raptor versus F-4 Phantom. This is weird. Like, I guess USA sold their plane to two different countries, and those two different countries somehow collided. Because why would the same company planes would, attack each other? I don't know. But it's going to be interesting. I love fighter electrician. Basically, things like this. You should go home now. Okay, is this going to be a massive flex by one of the planes? I'm guessing F-22 Raptor, since it's the new one. Just telling F-4 like go away, you're going to get wrecked or something. It's going to be awesome. Let's watch it.
Today we're talking about the F-22 Raptor. Ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to air superiority and dogfighting, this is the best fighter jet on the planet. Its radar can detect any enemy air...
Wait a minute, what the fuck? It's the best jet? Better than F-16? Wait a minute, F-22 is better than F-16. Why the fuck I don't know about this? I mean, I've heard of F-22 Raptor here and there, but I never heard of it as the best plane available for dogfighting. Because I always assume that's F-16 because that's so talked about. So F-22 Raptor is literally better than the F-16, huh? Okay, I'm guessing it's like scenario-wise it's different because as far as I remember, I'm pretty sure F-16 is like the most agile one there is. But I'm guessing other things F-22 does so well, it's just better.
Craft within 156 nautical miles of it, in any direction, while also being able to jam enemy radar. And even if it is detected by radar, it was geometrically designed to have a cross-sectional area so small that on radar it appears to be no larger than a bumblebee. Sir, there's a speck on the radar going over 2,000 miles an hour. Don't worry, it's probably just a bumblebee. Okay, fine, it doesn't actually go 2,000 miles an hour. It's got a super cruising speed of Mach 1.8 and a top speed of Mach 2.25. 2.25, gross. So try it again. It's got a top speed of Mach 2.25. Freedom fractions make everything so much better. The metric system is way easier to use and it's way...
Again, he's rant on the metric system. Mach 2.25, huh? Hold up there. Like, I'm pretty sure that's faster than F-16, right? That's like in the category of F-15. And this is for dogfighting. Like, that makes it really insanely better, right? And obviously looking at it, look at how awesome it looks. And it's smaller, the wing looks smaller too because the whole plane looks smaller. Like, that's the point he made, right? Like, it's smaller so it can't even be detected that much. Damn.
Better. I'll give you easier to use, but that's probably why your country's never been to the moon, because you took the easy way out. And it's definitely not better. And I know that for a fact because, well, the metric system doesn't have any F-22s. Yeah, this fighter jet is so awesome the American government made an actual law that we are not allowed to sell the F-22 to any other countries, even allies. I'm gonna say that again, but slower. Capitalist America won't sell this to its friends to turn a profit. I'm trying to tell you this thing is ridiculously ahead of its peers. How ahead? Thank you so much for asking. Once upon a time in 2013, an MQ-1 Predator drone was being escorted by two F-22s really close to Iran. Like the country, not the verb. I'm too fat for that shit. But the F-22s were so stealthy that the Iranians couldn't actually see them on radar, so they thought the drone was alone. So they would actually send up two of their own F-4 Phantoms to intercept the drone. And while attempting to do that, the two F-22 pilots would...
That's F-4 Phantom? Looks like a helicopter for some reason. Obviously it's like really old one, so it makes sense, but damn. I mean, F-22 is that badass that Americans won't even sell to somebody else. So I'm guessing it's like, when was it like, launched or whatever, like it's a product. When was it, the first time it was deployed? I'm guessing it's a 21st century thing, obviously. I don't know, in Iraq war or something. But damn, like I've never heard of that, like USA wouldn't sell. I'm pretty sure USA is like selling ready to sell or has sold F-35s as well, right? Is the latest version. I'm pretty sure like there was a talk of that. So they wouldn't sell F-22s.
pull up behind them completely unnoticed. So then one of the pilots would fly underneath the F-4 Phantom and visually look at what he had for weaponry. Being thoroughly unimpressed, he would then fucking power slide like it was Mario Kart and go from underneath him to directly on his left-hand side, subsequently scaring the holy shit out of the Iranian pilot. And then while making direct eye contact, he would radio the Iranian.
Okay, this is officially the most powerful plane of all time. How the fuck do you fly below somebody and they can't even see you, hear you, or anything, like feel you at all? I get it, like a radar and everything, but that's for the long distance things. How you don't know if there's a plane around you? They can literally like fucking like a cartoonist thing, like that's, oh look at that, how much weapon is that? They don't have shit, and just basically like it's a power slide around you. Basically just, like, whoa, what the fuck?
Pilot and said, quote, "You should go home now." The amount of disrespect in that statement. Just fucking, you should quit while you're behind. Which is exactly what they did. They really didn't have a choice because this plane is so good at air-to-air combat that it has a 40-to-1 kill ratio in simulations against the American F-15. And to put that into perspective, the F-15 is also significantly better than the F-4 Phantoms that the Iranians were in. Look, I'm trying to tell you this is so...
Okay, F-15s, man. It's competing with F-15s, and F-15s are insanely fast. F-16s are the agile one. F-15s are like insanely fast and like a powerhouse. So this F-22 is better than that. And F-4 sucked compared to, like obviously F-15s, because F-15s were made to combat MiG-25s, which they assumed was for dogfighting, and just assumed all those stats, and they beat that stat with F-15, which automatically makes it much more powerful than F-4s, and this beats F-15. So this is like, it's like some idiot from college just says, I'm a tough guy fighting some UFC heavyweight champion or something.
Some of the best unhealth care money can buy. And when I say money, I mean a lot of fucking money. If you take into account the research and development, these planes cost $350 million a piece. And Uncle Sam has 195 of them. That's $68.25 billion with a fucking B. This is the part where you're like, oh wow, that is a lot of money. No, that is a fuck ton of money. To put that into perspective, there's 329.5 million Americans from the ages of 0 to whatever the fuck.
I mean, in military, when it comes to America, 16 billion is a lot, but when it comes to military, is it that a lot? Because they send a fuck ton of billions just for simply research. Then most of it also get wasted because that's how research is done. A lot of things are going to lead to nowhere.
Divide $68.25 billion by the U.S. population, and every American, even the babies, have paid $207 towards this fleet of fucking planes. Fucking America, I guess. Merch store and other links are available at thefatelectrician.com. Quack bang out.
I mean, that's not wholly accurate, right? I mean, all Americans are equal, and there are way too many rich Americans compared to anything else. So I guess, yeah, there you go. And obviously, people said rich people don't pay taxes. Yeah, they do. They don't pay income taxes. But the companies, still like with the goods, and all the goods and service tax are higher than income tax, and they still pay that. How do you think America has all this money they can just spend into military? So yeah, F-22 Raptor versus F-4. Holy shit, I didn't know F-22 was that badass that even can, like, F-15 has nothing on it. Obviously, that's not how things work. F-15 might have some points that F-22 can't do. Everybody has a job. One thing I've realized about all military thing is that everybody has their own job. There's no point to point you can say it. But I'm guessing just like the F-22 Raptor is like in dogfighting is so badass that Americans won't sell it to anyone. Obviously, dogfighting is really valued. Look at the movie Top Gun. Or everything has his job, but dogfighting is just like pound for pound. If you give a really badass pilot an F-22 Raptor, he can do a lot of tasks because it's made for dogfighting. And it's the best one there. So this is literally the flagship of it. This is so good. I'm guessing F-35 is not in the same range because F-35 is made for different purposes. But yeah. So I'm guessing F-22 Raptor will still live on because it's still the fucking best by a mile. Right, well, that was F-22 Raptor versus F-4 Phantom. You can go home now. Just like, just with a side eye, just basically. And they're like, yep, seems about right. Look at our plane. Looks like fucking from World War I or something. And look at that shit. It's just like we didn't detect it. And just basically slides away. All right, if you like my next one, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.